Welcome. My name's Andrea, and welcome to this beginner-friendly all levels yoga class here. We'll get started in a few more minutes, so you can take this time and make yourself comfortable. If you feel like it, you can introduce yourself or say hello in the chat. So let's go through what to expect for today's class. So we'll get started seated on the mat, and we'll take a few moments to settle our bodies, notice our breathing. And then we'll transition to the more active part of the class where we'll start with some warm up type movements and then get a bit more active. So you can expect some that standing lunge position or lunge pose. And then towards the end, we'll begin to slow it down and wind things down. And we'll finish with a 10 to 15-minute guided meditation. So along the way, if you need to make any adjustments, make the class your own, go ahead and do that. And if you'd like to take a break or need a break or some time to settle, you can always just come and sit on the mat or pick your favorite pose and rest there, and then rejoin class whenever you're ready. The class is recorded, so you can feel free to try it again later on in the week as well. Hola, hija. Thank you. And let's see, last heads up. Do like to throw in a few silly jokes during class just to loosen things up a bit. So you've been forewarned about the silly jokes. So take a few moments and to gather anything you need to make the class comfortable. During the guided meditation, if it gets cold where you're at, you can always have a blanket handy or a little pillow to rest your head so you can get creative and make sure you're nice and comfortable. So with that, why don't we begin? So take whatever time you need to get settled and comfortable. You can sit on the mat or sit on a little cushion. And as you begin to settle in, just take a few moments to welcome in your environment. So welcoming any sights or images you see, any colors, noticing any sounds, lingering smells or tastes, even feeling the touch of air on the skin. So taking a few moments to welcome in yourself and your surroundings, sights, sounds, smells, the touch of air on the skin. And then as you're ready, bring your attention to your body and begin to feel yourself sitting. So feeling the weight of your body resting on the mat. Getting to feel that contact your body's making with the ground underneath you. Through your feet, legs, and hips. Noticing where and how your body's making contact with the ground. And then noticing how the ground touches back, almost as if it's rising up to meet you and providing support for your body. And see if you can allow your body to settle a bit more. Maybe softening into that contact with the ground. Feeling that sense of support from the ground underneath you. And allowing your body to settle and soften. Maybe even inviting in a sense of being safe and supported. And now allow your attention to wander throughout your body and begin to notice any sensations that are present. Sensations of warmth and coolness, tightness and ease, even sensations of light and heaviness. Simply noticing what's present in your body today without trying to change or fix anything. Just noticing sensations. And then as you're ready, bring your attention to your breath. Begin to notice your breathing and any sensations and movements that accompany the breath. Perhaps you notice a gentle rise and fall around the shoulders, or the chest and belly expanding and softening. Or maybe even notice the body settling a little bit more as you notice your breath and breathing and that flow of air as you inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. And as you're ready, you can begin to move your body. You take a few moments to roll the shoulders. You can also gently tilt the head from one shoulder to the other. Maybe even exploring little movements with the chin. Just loosening up around the neck, head, and shoulders. As you're ready, you can face forward, maybe reach your arms out and maybe reach them above your head, interlacing the fingers perhaps. You can lean side to side and give those arms a nice little shake. And we'll transition to the more active part of the class. So let's review our movement directions. I'll be referring to this side as the door side. Then we have this side as the plan side, and towards the screen, towards the back wall, up towards the ceiling, and then down towards the ground. So to get started, let's warm up those arms and upper body with some arm swings. And I'll get that blood going. So extend the arms out, maybe even reach them behind you, and then cross them in front of you. So just taking a few moments to swing those arms back and forth. See if we can alternate which arm ends up on top without banging the hands together by mistake. So after this, we'll do one more set of arm swings. You can relax the arms. This time we'll rotate the torso from one side to the other as we allow the arms to swing. So beginning to rotate the torso and allowing the arms to follow along. You can allow those elbows to bend. Just loosening up around the upper back, chest, shoulders. And then relax those arms and let's massage down the arms to the hands to continue warming them up. So you can take one hand and place it up on the top of the back and shoulder area and begin to gently press and make your way down the arm, maybe even rubbing down the arm to the hands. Whenever you're ready, taking that other hand and starting up on that other side, up by the shoulder area and upper back, down the arm, to the wrists and hands. Maybe rubbing those hands together. Actually, relax the hands. I have one more little hand thing we can do. So this time we're going to rub the hands together. See if you can feel that warmth spreading out through your fingers. And then you can gently kind of press the hands or just place the hands by the eyes or face. If you like, you can even kind of massage down the forehead, down to the cheeks. Even maybe tilt the head from one side to the other. Shake out those arms and let's pay attention to the legs next. So begin by extending the legs in front of you. And you can begin to gently massage down the legs or gently rock the legs. You can even rub down the thighs. As you're ready, you can place the hands behind you and flex and point through the toes. Flex, or even making little circles with the feet. You can shake those hips and loosen up those legs a little bit more. Even loosening up that lower back. Now come to sit up and give those legs a little bit more attention. I think we can share our first joke for today. Loosen us up a bit more. So this one's a dad joke. So dad, can you explain to me what a solar eclipse is? No, son. Silly joke. Now let's bend the knees and we're going to start to be a little bit more active. We're going to turn and come into this quadruped or all fours position. So place your hands and lower legs on the mat. And you can begin to shift your weight from hand to hand. If you like, you can begin to flex through the fingers. Warming up those joints in the hand and fingers. And then allowing those hands to settle. And now bring attention to the legs. Extend one leg behind you, placing the toes on the mat, and then pressing the heel back towards the door. Think of warming up through the lower part of the leg, around the ankle and foot. Now stay like this or shift your weight forward and back. Still pressing those toes on the mat. And whenever you're ready, relax that leg and extend the other leg back, placing the toes on the mat and pressing the heel back towards the door. So warming up along this side and this lower leg, ankle, and foot. Now stay like this or shift your weight forward and back. Just loosening up around the foot, ankle, and calf. And as you're ready, relax that leg. And let's warm up around the hips and thighs. So bring your knees wide, maybe as wide as the mat or even wider. So the wider you have your knees, the more you might feel it on that inner thigh. So you can decide that width that you like. You can relax the feet behind you. And I'll take a moment to soften around the lower back. Inhale. And then exhale. Reach the hips back towards the heels. On an inhale, come back up to all fours. And then exhale, reach the hips back towards the heels. We'll do 2 more. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, reach those hips back. 1 more. Inhale, come back up. And then exhale, reach the hips back. We'll take a mini break here, so feel free to relax down to your forearms or even stacking the hands on top of each other and relaxing your head and your hands. Perhaps taking a few moments to shift your weight from side to side, loosening up around the upper part of the legs and back. And then you can take a moment to allow your body to settle, feeling how the body is making contact with the floor through the hands, arms, legs, and feet. Even pausing to feel that touch with the ground and how the ground is touching back, providing support for your body, and allowing your body to settle. And as you're ready, extend the arms out or in front of you towards the plant, and then relax the forehead on the mat. You can readjust as you need to. So here you can have the palms down, or if you like, you can even rotate the thumbs upwards towards the ceiling. So we're going to stretch that upper back area and shoulder blade area. So whichever position you have for the hands and arms, begin to press those hands and forearms on the mat. Think of lifting that upper back towards the ceiling, keeping your gaze towards the ground. Inhale, and then exhale, lower back down. We'll do 2 more. So pressing the hands and forearms onto the mat, lifting that upper back up. Inhale, and then exhale, lower. 1 more. Pressing the hands and forearms to the mat. Inhale, lift that upper back. And then exhale, lower. You can stretch a little longer like this. Maybe walk the hands further forward. If you like, you can even shift your weight from one arm to the other. Stretching a little bit more on the shoulder blade area, around the armpit, and even down the arm. And as you're ready, we're going to come back to all fours. So placing the hands on the mat, walking the knees a little bit closer together. Maybe spend a few moments giving the legs a shake. We'll tuck the toes and take a little break sitting up. So you can massage the hands or loosen those arms. Take a look around. And as we settle, we'll share a little joke to get us ready for what's next. So this one's a learning joke or a school joke. My professor accused me of plagiarism. His words, not mine. It's a silly joke. So now we're going to come into all fours and we'll move into downward facing dog. So let's start by placing the hands and lower legs on the mat. You can tuck the toes on the mat and take a few moments to feel your hands on the ground. We're going to press through the hands and feet to lift the hips up and back. So you can begin by softening around the lower back, maybe looking slightly forward. Inhale, and then pressing through the hands and feet. Exhale, reaching those hips up and back for downward facing dog. Just spend a few moments finding that distance you like between the hands and feet. Begin to warm up through the legs by bending one knee and the other, or even flexing through the toes. taking your time to warm up. And then as you're ready, bringing your attention to your hands and upper body, feeling feeling how the hands and fingers are touching the mat. The left hand and fingers, the right hand and fingers. So we have both hands and fingers resting on the mat. And then begin to soften around the shoulder blades and upper back. Then softening around the chest, neck, and head. And now for this next movement, we're going to press the toes onto the mat. Lift the heels up towards the ceiling on an inhale. And then relax the heels back down on the exhale. We'll do this 3 times. So as you're ready, begin to press the toes onto the mat, lifting those heels up. Inhale. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, lifting the heels up. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, lift those heels up. And then exhale, lower. Walk the hands back towards the feet for a forward fold position. You can widen your stance here, maybe soften the knees, and then allow the upper body to hang heavy. You can even bend the elbows and grab onto them. Perhaps sway or shift your weight side to side. Even loosening up around the shoulder blades and upper back, neck, and head. And then as you're ready, relax the hands on the mat. You can even bring your hands up to rest on your thighs. Now spend a few moments noticing your feet and how they touch the mat. You can lift the toes up and down a few times. Maybe shift your weight forward and back. Feeling the left foot and right foot. So both feet. Now in this next movement, we're going to press the feet onto the mat and lift the back up, keeping the gaze towards the ground on the inhale. And then exhale, lower back down. We'll do this 3 times. So as you're ready, begin to press the feet onto the mat. Inhale, lift the back up. And then exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, press through the feet and lift the back up. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, press through the feet and lift the back up. And then exhale, lower. Relax the arms. Allow that upper body to hang heavy. And now walk the feet out, maybe even wider than the mat. Making a kind of a V shape with the legs. And you can begin to bend one knee and the other. So shifting your weight from side to side. Loosening up around that upper thigh and hip area. And then as you're ready, shift your weight towards the screen side leg. And then bring the attention to that opposite foot and begin to lift and point that toe. So that back foot up and down. Maybe even rotate the leg a little bit. And then as you're ready to switch sides, shift that weight to that back leg, the one closest towards the back wall. And then move that opposite foot up and down, or turning it. As you're ready, come back to the center. Maybe walk the feet in a little bit more. We're going to lower down into a squat. So find that distance you like between your feet, maybe even turning them out a little bit. And then as you're ready, you can begin to bend the knees and lower the hips down. So here you can feel free to use your hands for support and extra stability. You can test it out by bringing the hands together if you'd like, and you can even press your elbow into the inside of the knee. So spend a few moments, see if you can still notice your feet and how they're touching the mat. You can soften around the shoulders, neck, and face. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale, and then exhale. Place the hands on the mat, and then lift the hips up, and then soften the upper body. Now we're going to do that movement 3 times. We're going to bend the knees and lower back into the squat, and then press through the feet and come back up. So remember, you can use your hands for support. So as you're ready, begin to bend the knees and lower the hips down. Inhale, and then exhale. Press through the feet and extend the hips up. 2 more. Inhale, bend the knees, lower the hips down. Exhale, press through the feet, lift the hips up. Last one. Inhale, bend the knees and lower. And then exhale, press through the feet and lift the hips up. And I'll walk the hands forward towards the plant, returning to downward facing dog. So find the distance you like between the hands and feet. And take a few moments to stretch anything else that you like, or simply take a little pause, noticing your breath and breathing. Maybe feeling how the chest and belly expand as you inhale, and how the chest and belly soften as you exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now bend the knees all the way to the mat. Take a moment to sit up and pause. You can even massage down the quads or circle the wrists. Just take a moment to breathe and just settle for a few moments and catch your breath. We'll come and do those standing lunges next. I think it's a good time for a joke to get us ready and loosened up. So let's see. Oh, what are the strongest days of the week? Saturday and Sunday. Because the rest are weekdays. It's a silly joke. So let's come into all fours. You can take a moment to shake out the legs and feet. As I mentioned, we're going to come up to a standing lunge next. So we're going to pick one foot and bring it forward between the hands. So I'm going to pick the foot that's closest towards the screen. Just remember which foot you choose. We'll get to both sides, no worries. So as you're ready, picking up that foot, maybe the one closest towards the screen, and then moving it forward between the hands. Now I can take a few moments and walk that other foot back towards the door. And just spend a few moments just kind of loosening up around this low lunge. You can feel free to shift your weight from kind of side to side. And then as you're ready, tuck the back toes and lift the back knee off the mat. Now get that distance between the front foot and the back foot right so you feel nice and balanced through your legs and feet. And then as you're ready, press with both feet and lift up. So we have the hips facing forward, bending that front knee. And then as you're ready, you can lift the arms up towards the ceiling. And now we're going to lean forward towards the plant as we inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to swing those arms back towards the back wall, the door, and then back up. We'll do this 3 times. So as you're ready, begin to lean forward towards the plant. Inhale. And then exhale, swing those arms back. Inhale, come back to standing. Exhale, swing those arms back. One more. Inhale, Come back up. And then exhale, lean forward and swing those arms back. And now back to that standing lunge. Take a moment to settle. See if you can bend that front knee a little bit more. Inhale. And then exhale. Place the hands on the mat. Relax the back leg and foot. We'll pause here in the slow lunge. And now I want to try a quad stretch here. If it's too much, you can just skip it. Um, so you can turn to look towards that back foot. Either side is fine, and begin to bend that back knee and see if you can grab onto that back foot. You can even come up a little bit higher by placing that hand on the thigh, or just experiment if you like to lean forward or how you like to stretch that quad. Like I said, if it's too much, find another stretch that works for you right now, or you can just take a little breather. And spend a few moments noticing your breath and breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale. And then exhale, begin to let go of that foot. Place the hands on the mat. And reach the hips back and lift that front foot. Give it a nice little shake behind you. I think before we do the other side, let's take a moment to slow things down a bit. We're going to repeat that movement we did earlier where we bring in the knees wide, maybe as wide as the mat. You bring in those toes in the back to touch. And now we'll do that down and up movement 3 times, and then we'll take a little pause. So begin by softening around the lower back. Inhale. And then exhale, reaching the hips back towards the heels. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, reaching the hips back. And one more. Inhale, come back up. And then exhale, reach the hips back and take a mini pause here. Feel free to lower down to the forearms or stack your hands on top of each other. Rest your head on your hands. Do any little movements you like here to stretch or soften. And then spend a few moments just allowing the body to settle. Feeling where and how your body's making contact with the ground. Through the hands, arms, legs, and feet. Feeling how your body is touching the ground and how the ground is touching back, providing support. And allowing your body to settle and soften as you feel that support from the ground underneath you. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now, whenever you're ready, coming back to all fours. Take a few moments to maybe shake out the legs or take a moment to sit up. You can warm up those thighs. You know what's coming next. So now we'll do the same sequence on that other side. I think we can throw in a little quick joke to get our energy up for it. So did you hear the joke about the roof? Never mind, it's over your head. I hope that helped you get your energy up. So come back to all fours and let's see if you remember what foot to move forward this time. So for me, it's going to be the foot closest towards the back wall. So as you're ready, you can lift that foot behind you and move it forward between the hands. And walk that other foot back towards the door. And then spend a few moments just loosening up around this low lunge on this side. As you're ready, placing the back toes on the mat, now lifting the back knee. You can take your time to find that distance between the front foot and back foot so you can feel balance throughout your legs and feet. And then as you're ready, pressing through both feet to come up to standing. So here we have the hips facing forward, bending through that front knee. And then as you're ready, lifting those arms up towards the ceiling. Maybe loosen up around the shoulders, neck, and head. And now for that movement where we're going to reach forward towards the plant on the inhale and then swing those arms back on the exhale and then back up 3 times. So as you're ready, begin to lean forward, inhale, exhale, swing those arms back. Inhale, come back to standing. Exhale, lean forward and swing those arms back. One more. Inhale, coming up. And then exhale, reaching forward and swinging the arms back. Now come up to standing and so you can settle in a little bit more. Notice your breath and breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then exhale. Place the hands on the mat. Relax the back knee and foot. You walk that foot behind you if you like, coming back to this low lunge. So here, feel free to stay in the low lunge or try that quad stretch on this side. So begin to turn to look towards that back foot, bending that back knee and reaching back to grab around the foot and ankle. Now here, like as in the other side, you can stay leaning forward or you can come up, maybe placing that hand or forearm on the thigh. Just explore what way you'd like to stretch here. Or if it feels like too much, you can come out of it and pick a different stretch. Soften around the shoulders, neck, and head. And spend a few moments noticing your breath and your breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then exhale. Relax that back foot. Place the hands on the mat and maybe pick up the front foot and give it a nice little shake. We're going to begin to slow it down next. So we're going to come to rest in our bellies. So placing the belly on the mat, lowering your torso and body all the way down. Again, have the arms in front of you. We'll take a mini pause here. You can stack the hands and rest your hand on your hands. Maybe take a few moments to shake out the hips and legs. Just loosening up. And then allowing your body to settle on the ground. Feeling your chest and belly on the mat. Feeling your legs and tops of the feet. Noticing your breath and your breathing. Now for this next movement, we're going to stretch the upper back, neck, and head by coming up to Sphinx pose. That's where you come up onto your forearms and lift the chest up. So as you're ready, placing the forearms on the mat and lifting the chest up. Maybe taking a few moments to shake out the hips and legs. And then as you're ready, pressing those elbows onto the mat. Now bring the attention to the back of your neck and head. See if you can keep that length in the back of the neck while you also loosen up around the the jaw and the jawline, loosening up around the face. Now press those elbows onto the mat. Inhale, and then exhale. Lower back down. We'll take a mini break and do that movement one more time. Feel free to loosen up the lower back and legs. And then whenever you're ready, placing those forearms on the mat and lifting the chest up. Pressing the elbows onto the mat, keeping that length in the back of the neck. And now if you'd like, you can turn the chin towards one shoulder. See if you can still maintain that length in the back of the neck as you do that. And then taking your time, turning the chin towards the other shoulder. Still keeping that length in the back of the neck. And now if you like, you can lower the chin down and explore a little movement to the chin. Loosening up around the neck and head. And then as you're ready, you can bring your gaze slightly forward. Press the elbows to the mat. Inhale. And then exhale. Lower back down. Maybe shake out the hips and legs. And then we're going to turn over to rest on our backs. So as you're ready, extending one arm forward and turning yourself over to rest that back on the mat. You can bring the knees into the chest and give yourself a nice big hug. Maybe rock side to side. And for this next movement, you can extend the legs all the way up to the ceiling. Maybe pausing to massage the quads and hamstrings. You can also flex and point through the feet. Now we're going to bend the knees into the chest on the inhale and extend the legs back up on the exhale 3 times. So as you're ready, begin to bend the knees into the chest. Inhale. And then exhale, extend back up. Inhale, bend the knees in. Exhale, extend back up. And one more. Inhale, bend the knees in. And then exhale, extend the legs back up. Now as you're ready, you can bend both knees into the chest. And now keep one knee bent into you and lower the other foot on the mat so the knee is still bent. So for me, I have the knee closest towards the back wall, bent in. And as you hug that knee into you, begin to allow it to open up to the side. And as you allow it to have it open to the side, you can relax that elbow onto the mat so you can support the leg from underneath. And then as you're ready, extend that leg out at an angle. Like I said, you can support that leg from underneath. And now for this movement, we're going to bend the knee in on the inhale and extend it back out on the exhale 3 times. So as you're ready, begin to bend the knee in, inhale, and then exhale, extend the leg. Inhale, bend the knee in. Exhale, extend the leg. And one more. Inhale, bend. And then exhale, extend that leg. Maybe pause and stretch. And then whenever you're ready, you can bend that knee and bring that knee back into the midline. And then do any other movements you like before we transition to the other side. So we'll do that same movement with the leg. Whenever you're ready, you can drop one foot to the mat so that that knee is bent, and then hug the other one close to you. So for me, it's the one closest towards the screen. And then begin to allow that knee to open up to the side. So take your time. You have all the time that you need. And then as you're ready, you can lower that elbow to the mat and begin to support the leg from underneath. And then as you're ready, you can extend that leg out at an angle. Now for this movement, we'll bend the knee in on the inhale and extend the leg on the exhale 3 times. So as you're ready, begin to bend the knee in, inhale, and then exhale, extend the leg out. Inhale, bend the knee in, exhale, extend the leg out, and one more. Inhale, bend the knee in, and exhale, extend the leg out. Maybe pause and stretch a little bit. And then whenever you're ready, you can bend that knee and do any other movements that you like before we transition to our guided meditation. So you can see if there's any stretches we didn't get to or any movements that you'd like to do. And then as you're ready, you can begin to find a comfortable position for yourself. One where you can rest for the next 10 minutes or so. You can always leave your knees bent if you like, or extend the legs all the way to the ground. Also, taking your time to find a comfortable place to rest your hands and arms. Maybe leave your hands resting on your body, or extending them all the way to the floor. Doing any other adjustments or movements that will help your body settle, get comfortable. And then as you're ready, begin to feel your body resting on the ground. Notice those points of contact with the ground underneath you, through your feet, legs, hips, back, arms and hands, shoulders, neck and head. So feeling where and how along your body you're in contact with the ground. And then feeling how the ground rises up to meet you, providing support for your body. And in turn, allowing your body to settle and to rest. Feeling your body settling, getting softer, getting heavier. Feeling the weight of your body settling in and sinking in into that contact with the ground. Feeling your body get softer and heavier. softer and softer, heavier and heavier. And now bring attention to your feet and allow the feet to soften and sensing all around the feet from the left toes to the left heel, from the right toes to the right heel. Just feeling both feet. And now allowing your attention to travel up the legs, all the way from the left foot to the left knee and left hip, from the right foot to the right knee, to the right hip, feeling all along the length of the left leg and all along the length of the right leg, feeling both legs and feet. And now bring your attention to the pelvis and the torso, feeling all around the pelvis, the front, the back, inside and outside, and making your way all up through the torso, belly, lower back, mid chest, middle of the back, upper chest and rib cage, and upper back and shoulder blades. Feeling all around the torso, front, back, sides, inside and surface of the torso. And then bringing your attention up towards the shoulders, the left one and the right one. And allowing your attention to travel down the arms to the hands, from the left shoulder to left elbow, to left wrist and hand, from right shoulder to right elbow, to right wrist and hand, feeling down both arms, from shoulders to elbows, to wrists, hands and fingers, all the way down the left arm and left hand, and down the right arm and right hand, pausing at the hands and fingers and feeling a warmth spreading out throughout the palms and fingers, warmth along the back and front, along the sides, warmth inside the palms and surface of the palms and hands, feeling the hands and fingers warm, warm and heavy even, feeling warm hands and fingers. And now bringing your attention back to your shoulders, left and right, and bringing your attention up to the neck and throat, feeling all around the neck and throat, front and back, along the sides, deep within the throat, and surface sensations around the neck. And then making your way up to the head and feeling all around the head, inside the head, along the outside of the head, front, back, sides, and bringing your attention to your jaw, and all along the jawline to the mouth and lips, and feeling all around the mouth and lips, making your way to the inside of the mouth, feeling all around the inside of the mouth, gums and teeth, tongue, surface and bottom of the mouth. And then from the inside, following up towards the ears, feeling your way through the inside of the ears to the outer ears, left ear and right ear, feeling both ears, and then making your way along the cheeks to the nose, feeling to the tip of the nose and the nostrils, and then all the way up to the bridge of the nose, to the eyes and eyelashes, feeling all around the eyes and eyebrows, the left eye and right eye, both eyes, and expanding your attention up along the forehead and temples, feeling the cool, smooth forehead, A cool touch of air on the forehead and temples, left and right. And then allowing your attention to drop down around the face, to include all around the head, top of the head, sides, front and back, and allowing your attention to spread out throughout your body, feeling all the way down your arms to the hands, down the torso, and down the legs to the feet, taking in your whole body from head to feet, hand to hand, and spending a few moments just noticing your body resting, supported by the ground underneath you, and that flow of air coming in and out. Inhale and exhale. And as you move through life, through those ups and downs of life, those easier times and more challenging ones, remember you are enough. You are enough. You are enough. And as you're ready, begin to welcome yourself in the space you're in, welcoming any sounds, sights, smells, even the touch of air on your skin. And as you're ready, you can begin to move your body, taking your time. You can do any gentle stretches that you like, or you can roll onto your side and rest for a few more moments, resting on the ground, feeling how your body is touching the ground and how the ground is touching back. Noticing the chest and belly expand as you inhale, and the chest and belly softening on the exhale. And then as you're ready, you can press yourself back to sitting. I'll scoot a little bit closer, taking your time to maybe just look around where you're at, or you can stretch out your arms or do what other movements you'd like that help you transition. We started class by taking a few minutes to pause, to sit and settle. And then we got more active, we got moving, we stretched out the legs, we did those standing lunges. Then we slowed it down at the end and finished with a guided meditation. So in the guided meditation, we did some body sensing and just took a few moments to settle. So feel free to try that class again throughout the week, or just pick your favorite part and do that part again. So I hope you have a good week. We'll meet again next week Next week will be our last time. Next Sunday, same time, 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Thank you, Ehab. In the meantime, be well and maybe laugh at a few silly jokes here and there. Why not? And with that, I'll see you soon. Bye.